Hello everyone, today I am going to explain the concept of default values of primitive data types in Java. In Java, whenever we create variables inside a class without giving them an explicit value, Java itself assigns a default value. I will explain each default value, give examples and even use a chess analogy to make it very simple to understand. Java has 8 primitive data types. Now, if we don't assign any value to them inside a class, Java automatically provides a default value. But remember, this is true only for class fields. If we try to use local variables inside a method without initialization, Java will throw a compilation error. So the rule is class fields have a default values, local variables must be initialized. Now, why does Java even give default values? Imagine if it didn't, then variables could hold garbage values and programs would behave unpredictably. Default values help in keeping the program stable. Think of it like a video game. Before the game starts, every player's score and health has some default value, so the game runs smoothly. Similarly, Java ensures your program starts in a predictable state. Here is the table of default values for integer types: byte, short, int, long. The default is 0. For decimal types, float and doubles, it's 0.0. For long it is L, 0L. For float it is 0.0F. For double 0.0D. For char, Java assigns a special Unicode null character. It's a null character, which is basically a blank. For a boolean, the default is false. So every primitive data type has a fixed default assigned by a Java. Let's see a program. I create a class called default values. Inside it, I declared variables of primitive types but did not assign them any values. Now in the main method, I just print them. Here I will print the all of them. And here is the output. You can see byte, short, int, long are all zeros. For float 0.0 and double is 0.0. For character, blank null character. Boolean false. To make it more relatable, let's take a chessboard example. At the beginning of every chess game, each piece has a fixed starting position. If you buy a new chess set, the packaging already knows where each piece belongs. Similarly, in Java, each primitive type has a fixed default value, which acts like its starting position. This way, nothing is left undefined. Now let's summarize the key points. Default values are given only to a class fields. Local variables inside a methods don't get default. We must assign value before using them. Default values prevent null or garbage values. But as good coding practice, we should still explicitly initialize variables, even though Java provides default. So in summary, Java has 8 primitive types, each with a filled default value. These default makes programs safe and stable. We saw an example program and its output. And finally, we understood the concept using a chessboard analogy. That's all about default values in Java. Thank you.